about these Arabs.
Israel propaganda. We don't know what's right and what's wrong. And even saying about beheaded baby, fuck that. It was all fake. It was all fake. There was no beheaded babies.
Oh, no. Stay on the topic. Stay on the topic. You and other Arabs in the region have been calling for the removal of Iran. So you said it's for you.
I'm not Arab.
You're not Arab?
I'm not Arab.
Are you Persian? What are you?
We don't identify as Arab.
Egyptians don't identify as Arab, so what are you?
So that's the thing. I mean, we're Arabized. We do speak Arabic.
I mean, the lady gifting you Ayeta, the lady gifting you Ayeta probably thinks you're Arab. She thinks would she accept that you're claiming that you're not Arab? All of a sudden, you're not Arab. I mean,
that's fine. I am an Egyptian American, and I'm proud of being Egyptian American.
None of
that's
this.
It, but I don't support my government. Just because I live in this region doesn't mean I support any government. Do you support your Nigerian government because you live in Nigeria?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. I don't support my government.
Why shouldn't I support my government? Who am I supposed to support? Bandits or terrorists? I support my Nigerian government. What are you talking about? 100%, 10 toes down. Okay, I mean, do they have like fault lines? Do they have like issues? Absolutely. I'm a Nigerian citizen and I'm loyal to my government. And you are saying that just because I don't agree with my government, I should call on the Americans to bomb it from the sky and unalive 5 million people in Nigeria, like some of you are calling for Iran, and you have these Iranians in diaspora making the case that the country should be bombed and destroyed back to the dark ages. Listen,
no, sir,
you saw this attack. You saw this attack. So you saw this attack.
Americans don't care about Nigeria. They don't care about the poor people here in America. I would never advocate for any government to come and I'm just saying karma will find you if you did something evil. I'm not even advocating for the American government to go in and analyze Khomeini. I'm just saying he's gonna get what he deserves.
So another high-rise building in Bahrain has been knocked down. A high-rise building in Bahrain knocked down. So, like, what are we calling for war? What is really going on, ladies and gentlemen? What is going on? And we are supposed to support this because the Americans can do no wrong. This is so difficult to see. Missiles are flying on all directions. And your American friends have brought in all the payload to destroy one country. You know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And a lot of people from your region are doing this for sectarian convictions. You know, they're doing this for sectarian reasons. So I want to show you one of the videos, guys. Some of you are requesting to come up and you're supporting this destruction. What are you guys doing, for God's sake? They don't think strategic. And so for him as an individual, the government does something wrong, the Americans will come there and bomb the government and destroy. So that's what he supports. Well, if the American government does the same thing, would you call on the Russians to bomb the American government? I challenge him to say that. That he's calling on the Russians to come and bomb this country. This is one of the videos, guys. Destruction in Iran. This is what you guys call war in Iran. This is what you guys are doing. War in Iran. What is the reason for all of this? You want to see the video? I'm showing it on my YouTube. And like you have these Iranians in diaspora, like, you know, I don't like the government. I want the regime to fall. When I challenge them on it, they're like, oh, Well, we stayed out, but we don't want it to happen in this way. Another example. This is what you've advocated for. This is what you've been calling for. And now they are using all these militias on every side. Look, they can bomb all they want. So now one, they can bomb all they want. I want the arrest. Then they put their boots on the ground. Let them put their boots on the ground. Let them put their fucking boots on the ground. Pardon my friend.
Híjole.
Let them put their boots on the ground and see what happens. And you see these high-rise buildings now being knocked down in Bahrain. Very soon the ones in Saudi Arabia, and they say they are going to Makkah, they are going to like different places. This is just the beginning. All of you supporting this, you will see. You will find out. And again, I doubt whether the regime will fall. All of you in Saudi Arabia, in the UAE, all these talks and negotiations, was just a complete waste of time. I knew this conflict was going to happen regardless. It was all a waste of time. All of this was a waste of time. Calling for the destruction of another country because you're hiding somewhere in Mecca, so you're hiding somewhere in Medina, you're enjoying from the oil wealth. Go ahead, Hussein, you're up on the... So you're saying it's a prophecy, it will fall. The prophecy from the Bible, when you claim you're not even religious. So that's the double standard from you, Ayeta. It's the hypocrisy from you. On one hand, you claim that you are taking one certain position, but no, the truth is that you're very Islamophobic. That's the thing. It's a prophecy. What prophecy? It's a Christian prophecy, it's a biblical prophecy. That's what you mean. That all of them have to fall. And then secondly, you say, oh, well, I'm not, I'm agnostic. What prophecy are you talking about? What prophecy are you actually talking about? Make it make sense to us. Let's know where you stand. So let's, I'm going to share with you as well what's going on the news. Yes, go ahead.
How are you?
Welcome to
Hello, you hear me?
Yes, I do.
What's going on?
I'm good. You want to say something? What do you think about these U.S. strikes on Iran?
I think evidently it was successful.
Successful? So is
Yes,
it,
I think
the strike, will the strikes come, will it come to an end now or you continue?
I don't know exactly. I think it's pretty much, almost done, like really quickly, quick and swift.
So are you going to now put boots on the ground to invade the country? Because you're quick and swift for you, is it the assassination of the supreme leader? Where does this end? I'm asking you a direct question. Where does this end for you? Are you now okay with the unaliving of supreme leader?
Of course. I think it's a good thing. You don't think?
No, I don't think it's a good thing. I don't think. Do you think it's a good thing? Is unalived, and him and his fat wife, if they're all thrown out and unalived?
You think that supreme leader was a good person for the world?
I don't think Netanyahu is a good guy. He's destroyed a lot of people.
No, I kind of agree with you, but the supreme.
So again, that's what I'm understanding. You're saying that the supreme leader is not good because you think he's a Muslim. Because he's a Muslim, you think it's not good. Why do you think it's not good?
Are you okay with him spraying people on the street for protesting?
I'm okay with that, but I also see that Israel went to a primary school and unalived 160 schoolgirls today. Did you see that video?
No, I didn't.
You did not see the video?
I'm sure it's a mistake, though. No?
Oh, it's a mistake. Oh, okay, it's a mistake.
You think the world is a better place now or no?
It's not a better place now that you have slain people and killed. If you killed 160 children, you think it's good?
Wait a minute. what do you think? Like the supreme leader and the regime in Iran sprayed more people than what you call the G-side in Gaza. You don't care about that, you know? It's like more people that you like.
Yeah, but so you're making the claim. You're making a claim now that because people were
bad person.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think you should do the personal attacks. You can start from the comments again. So his argument is that, yeah, it's a good thing. Let's destroy countries that we disagree with because we don't like the leader. He's a Muslim. You take out the leader because he's a Muslim. You are hypocrites, right? And then you have Trump that have gone to kidnap the president of Venezuela. You have a host of activities done by the Americans around the world. You don't have a problem with that. You don't have a problem with that. That's what you're saying. This doesn't make sense. What on earth is going on? This doesn't make sense at all. What are we doing? Oh, you're up.
Hi, Seth.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Oh my God. Did you see the video?
Which one?
I'm going to send you the link. It's the school that they attacked in Iran. It's a girls' school.
I heard about that.
Yeah, it's so sad to see. A lot of kids, it's not teenagers, they're in school, little kids, right? It's a primary school, girls' school. I think they, like you see age, I don't know, maybe the oldest among them will be like 14 or whatever, 15. And
but isn't this Israel's MO?
yes.
Isn't this what they do?
Yeah. Yeah, this is what they do. And the fact that what I'm also looking at now is that the Americans probably know that Israel have told them that they are going to launch an attack, and the US want to contain it. They don't want it to be like a shooting back and forth between. So this is why America sent in this mobilization, because Israel have given them a timeline they're going to do this. So this is Israel's war, and cover for them and say, okay, I'm going to help you or whatever. So this is why we end up in this in the first place. And yeah, because
yes. That's exactly what's happening. This is not our war. This is us fighting on behalf of Israel yet again. That's exactly what's happening.
Wow. And how long continue? So if Israel come tomorrow again after the removal of the regime, quote unquote, and that America go and do that to Turkey, you do it again. And for those of them in the region watching, this is the time or never to wake up. So if they come out tomorrow again, because they are saying the same thing about Turkey, and they come to the US and say, let's do this to Turkey, America would mobilize and do it again.
I think we would pause when it comes to Turkey. I think we would pause because Turkey is a nuclear power and a NATO member. So I think we would pause.
Turkey has nuclear weapons, or the American nuclear weapons station in Turkey?
No, Turkey has nuclear weapons.
I thought these were like American strategic nuclear arsenals with a station in Turkey.
No, they have their own.
Because the last time I checked, the only members of the non-members of the NPT were North Korea. I mean, Turkey could probably have, but I don't know whether I stated on record. I know they say they want to build, and they were using Iran as like an escape and say, oh, if Iran has it, we're going to build or something like that. But
no, they have them. They have them.
Wow. So again, I'm going to ask you one more time. If Israel come tomorrow to America and say, We have a problem with Turkey. Turkey is expanding in Syria. We want them destroyed. Will America be summoned again to do that?
No.
What about Egypt?
Yes.
Saudi Arabia?
No.
Why not?
Not under the Trump administration. Not Saudi Arabia.
Oh no, it doesn't have to be under one administration. This has been going on for. Nobody thought that America was going to attack Iran under Jimmy Carter, under Ronald Reagan. Say no, not under this. Is not going to happen. But what they do is that they build up a case for 20 years. They demonize and then they sanction until they bomb. So they create an enemy and build up a case for that for donkey years until they intervene. So if Saudi, because Senator Lindsey Graham stated recently that Saudi Arabia is now moving backwards and that they are viciously attacking the UAE and that the Saudis are refusing to join the Abraham Accords and that they're standing in the way of Israel. Those were the comments of Senator Lindsey Graham. So when the Americans start having this opinion about Saudi Arabia now, do you think it will go to a point where if Saudi decides to take a different turn and a different direction, that America will now support it? And again, sometimes you need to look at it that America will claim that they're defending their own interest. So I don't know, man. What are we really doing? Does it serve America more, or does it serve the ego of Israel or the power of Israel in the region more?
What we're doing is we're trying to solidify Israel's power in the Middle East. And we see that as an interest to us to solidify their power. And we will go to war with Iran or any other country over there. But the bottom line is we're doing this because most of our leaders in Congress and even in the White House, we're bought by Israel.
Yes.
And that's the truth.
I saw the State of the Union address. President Trump stood up and spoke. Ilhan Omar was protesting. A lot of Democrats sat down and refused to clap for him. And Netanyahu spoke, and everybody stood up. Everybody.
Yes.
And clapped for him.
Even Democrats and far lefts are
Zionist.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
and they received
funding.
Money.
They say funding.
Yeah.
That is insane.
And it's sad, but
it's a corrupt system. They are willing to use the coercive apparatus of the state to go to war to defend Israel and increase the power of Israel in the region. I mean, again, my question is, how does this benefit the United States of America? It depends on the reports you see. Some are saying it's 100 schoolgirls, and this isn't FAST. According to FAST, they reported that over 160 were saying 100 girls in a primary school. I can't believe this, man. I can't believe this. Now, if America is doing this to America is now doing this to Iran and then lecturing Russia about Ukraine, it's laughable, man.
I know the irony. I know.
Yes, the irony. They're lecturing Russia about what they should do and what they shouldn't do in Ukraine, and then they come here, and we're seeing this, and who knows when this will end.
But what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna be honest, we're gonna wipe our hands clean and say, well, it wasn't us that did that.
Oh, no.
And then we're gonna support any narrative that Israel says why they hit a school. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh, but who's talking about that now? The war just began. So if something else happens tomorrow, it could be a mosque, it could be anything. So nobody's going to remember this incident. This is now gaining attention because it's the first day. But this should stay on the record. So the other thing Israel can do to wipe this out is they go to another school and bomb it, and nobody's going to remember this one. Or they go to like a UN, like this is the way they do. This is how they did in Gaza, that they put so many things in front of us, we don't even know they want to look at.
Yeah. Unfortunately, if this continues, there's going to be more atrocities committed on Iran. And I'm not even going to say it's just going to be Israel doing it, because the U.S.
The UK just declared that they're joining. The UK just declared now that they're joining the war.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And you know, we say we're going over there to liberate Iranians, when all we're gonna end up doing is killing a lot of them.
Yeah. How will you guys deal with, let's say, Pakistan joining the war and China declaring they joined the war officially, and Russia? But how would the government in Washington react?
Oh Lord. More than likely, we'll push for a
Settlement
deal with Iran so that we can back out.
So you can exit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because are you guys ready for like an all-out war? I mean, just let's say a meeting happens overnight between, and again they wait for you guys to commit a lot and wait for everybody to enter the war, put in all their assets there, and the Russians and the Chinese come in and say, now we're officially entering the war. This is how World War starts, right? This is how World War starts.
Yes, yes. And the one thing that America, our government is most afraid of is losing American lives, because that doesn't go over well with the American people. So I think if it gets to that point, we will find a way to exit this war. Midterms are coming up in a few months.
And the midterms are coming up, and
Yeah.
Trump and his people, how do they come out clean? How do they look good? How, is it possible for them to look good?
Only if this is clean, fast. Only if this is clean and fast and done. But if we lose American lives, they don't come out clean. They're gonna lose. The Republicans.
When you say clean and fast, you mean that they carry out this strategic bombing and then tell Iran, we are done, we are going home, and Iran is going to accept it, that the war can end. How do you define the terms in that sense, that you have unalived their leaders, you have killed schoolgirls, and you say, well, this is game over, we're going back home?
What Trump is banking on, he's banking on that with the military buildup over there, that he can pressure Iran
to accept,
into capitulating and giving him what he wants in a nuclear deal, which is no nuclear enrichment, get rid of what you have, no funding to the proxies in the region,
so, and
limit your ballistic missiles so that they can't hit Israel. This is what he wants.
Yeah, well, what do you define that? What for you? You're somebody that knows very well about this. What does that mean in political terms? Is that not capitulation?
If Iran were to give into that, that is giving into us, and they're not going to do that.
No, if you are Iran, what does that mean?
That means capitulating. to the U.S. And they should, because they have the right to defend themselves. So they have the right to have ballistic missiles that, you know, can go beyond a certain
range.
measure or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, they have the right to. They have the right to have that.
Yeah. Speaking of the nuclear program, and I don't want to interrupt you, and welcome, Leila. Speaking of the nuclear program, like what we're hearing is that America is asking that the stockpiles that they have, enriched stockpiles, should be shipped to. Initially, they said Russia, and now they say we can't verify that, so you have to send it to us. And not one single one iota of enriched material can remain with you. That is number one. And you're going to destroy all the centrifuge and all the materials you use to enrich uranium and wipe out the technology completely. And then that is the precondition for further negotiations for sanction relief and so on. If they do that, that is not the end of it. Then they have to verify after, because the Americans say the only reason we can step down this military buildup is when you do this one first. So even if you do this, we're not going to release sanctions. We're not going to leave you alone. We'll now follow through on your support for proxies to verify that it's no longer there. We'll now follow through on your ballistic missile program to make sure it's not there. And then you have to do political reforms. Look, so it is layered in this sense. Not just capitulation, it's the surrendering of the country to America and to Israel. And the reason, you notice, when I came on the live, I wasn't talking about America and Israel. The reason why this is happening today is because of the Arabs. And mostly some of them that emotionally think that they are Sunnis and the Shia are their enemies. And I say this again, and this is from my standpoint. I say, look, I have, over these years, I've been advocating for Palestine. I've made a lot of friends that are Arabs and Muslims. I don't care about hurting their feelings. The reason I came here in the first place as a Christian Catholic guy from Africa is because of what I believe. And when I throw that belief away because I want to be emotionally pleasing to some of my friends, not to hurt them so they will not unfollow me, I become a coward. May I not exist. The reason this is up, and I'm very, this is the one, forget about America and Israel. For over 20 years, the Saudis and the Gulf countries, not just forget about them, Jordan, the king of Jordan was the one that was even at the forefront saying there's a crescent, that they're trying to create a crescent from Iran all the way to Lebanon, to the coast, to Syria, okay, that they are encircling them. These are the guys that said, and they went to meet the Americans and said that if Iran have nuclear weapon, we are going to build Egypt, Turkey. So this is why I'm surprised that you said that Turkey have, I know that Turkey have nuclear weapons in their country, but I thought it was like American strategic assets. So yeah, this is the one that hurts me most. And again, I said, if tomorrow it becomes Turkey, I'll be here standing against America. If it is Egypt tomorrow, I'll be here standing against America. When I see Palestinians, you know, standing and, you know, and supporting this hurts me. When I see Jordanians standing and supporting this, it hurts me. When I see people from the Gulf standing and supporting this, it's insane what is going on. It's crazy. I don't know, man. It's I'm looking at, I think there's official according to Reuters. Let's see the. Go ahead, Lily. I think I went on a bit of a monologue.
No, I agree. Here's the thing: a lot of people view the U.S. as some sort of savior, but they don't understand that when we.
Oh, Leila, did you disappear for a second? Yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a phone. Sorry, because Reuters Arabic had denied that they published that Khamenei was unalived. So it was shared widely before Reuters later took it down. But I have a screenshot of that if you want to see it.
Oh, I see. It's still there on Reuters News. Iran Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei killed. Senior Israeli officials say the Israelis are saying he has been unalived. It's still on Reuters right now as I speak to you. Did they take it down? The explosions also rang out in nearly.
Yeah, then Reuters Arabic, they kept it for.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, like there's something more important than all of that, and that's basically the fact that the Israeli desalination, the largest desalination plant, an Israeli entity, and in the world, Sorek, was hit. By the way, it provides basically out of the 70% Israeli need of fresh water. It is responsible for about 25 to 30% alone of all the desalination plants that the Israelis have.
Wow.
So the largest desalination plant in the world, in the Israeli entity, it's called Sorek, S-O-R-E-K, was hit. And it was hit not in the afternoon, at night. So basically, it was hit around 1 hour ago. So 9:30. I was still in the studio when this happened.
Yeah, so Iran
This
missiles.
doesn't need any verification. The image, the footage, the videos are from there.
So I'm looking at the Gulf. The Gulf countries are now saying they support American destruction of Iran because Iran has started hitting their territories. And Iran have made it very clear. Look, you guys are hosting American bases. You can't host American bases to destroy us, and then we're going to accept it. This is the beginning of the whole thing, right? And now they're saying, oh, well, go on. And like, I don't know, man. It's caught between a rock and a hard place. What is happening right now? Would Americans think this is a quick attack and go back, or will this broaden the conflict in the region? What do you think?
Honestly, Sab, the U.S. operates like Israel does when it comes to war, indiscriminate. A lot of people, and that's why I don't understand why people ask for us to come in and, liberate them or bomb them or whatever. They don't understand that we operate much like Israel does, indiscriminate. So innocent people will die. They don't know what they're asking for.
Yeah, I'm glad you're talking about this experience in like very sensitive place. Yeah, I know.
I served in the U.S. military for 20 years. I know.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And you have some random Nigerian guy selling bread in Lagos, thinking that you're coming to help him because he's a Christian.
No.
You're talking to me?
No, Leila. I'm talking to my sister here. She's very experienced. She's like really high up when she did service. If you didn't talk about it, I wasn't willing to talk about it. And she knows exactly what happens, like with the Navy, the Air Force, and then some random Nigerian guy thinks he knows a lot that the Americans are actually good people and they're coming to save him. That's what they truly believe. And not just you. I also talked to Tailpipe. I also spoke to Tailpipe as well, who went to West Point. Okay? These are not just regular people. These are people, like if you have, talking about higher clearance, in terms of certain access to certain information they have. They're not regular rank and files. And then me, sitting in Nigeria, that my pastor told me that these people are my enemies. The Americans can come in between and help us. That they're going to, again, I don't want to deflect from all of that, but it saddens me to see this happening in the Middle East. Leila, Iran is the problem. Iran is the problem. If you take out Iran, who's going to be next?
After Iran, it's going to be Pakistan, and that's the gateway to China. So that way you clip the shortest way between China and Europe in terms of trade route by land. And if they control the water resources or basically passageways in the Middle East, that means also clipping off China's maritime trade, the shortest maritime trade from China to Europe through the Middle East. So at the end of the day, I can show you the map if you want to, because I had published them 2 months ago. I also used them when I was in Pakistan last month during a conference over there. Just 1 second. Let me just open it for you guys so you can actually see the maps and you'll understand what I'm talking about. And I just came back from a studio when I was trying to explain it to the host earlier, and I'm not sure that everybody can read maps because he actually looked puzzled. They're discussing geostrategy and they don't know the geography of the region, which is really funny. Okay, so 1 second, 3 maps. Let me open my camera first to say hi to you. Hopefully the camera would open soon. Okay, sorry. Hi, can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. Ooh, welcome.
Mwah. Okay, give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Hi. So let me just basically switch the camera. Let me flip my camera first of all. How do you flip that camera? Okay, flip. All right. So this is the map for the Middle East and North Africa and Southeast Asia. Can you see it?
Yes.